this question here is question number 2 from the exercise 2 of phase 5 book, Alcohol Phenol Ethers. So here we have the question asking about which of the following parts is feasible for the preparation of an ether. So ether preparation we want and we want to prepare it. Now if you can look at the first one, first option given, there is a vinylic group, both vinyl groups, here also second one also vinyl groups are given. So when vinyl groups are given, we already know that vinyl groups, their reactivity is comparatively less. So not much feasibility here. Even though we can try to get the reaction, it's not a feasible one. Above that in the question, all of you should take note that this has to be twice O because you need to have a divinyl ether. The structure given is wrong, so please correct it. Now, when you take the third path is ethylene. When ethylene is given and there is a mercuric oxide, then followed by vinyl alcohol reaction and then reduction is mentioned to you. So that means reduction is mentioned. So automatically you are going to have a different kind of reaction followed by it is going to form an alcohol. And that alcohol, whatever is there, whatever addition product is being obtained over there, you are going to have only one type of an alcohol over there. Divinyl product is impossible. In the third one. Whereas part 4 is the most feasible reaction. Now let's see how. Let's say we have the first step. First of all, temperature is very feasible. 413 Kelvin of concentrated sulfuric acid. Favors what? Favors ethereal formation. Ether formation is favored at this temperature. If you remember, we had learned 443 Kelvin results in alkene, 413 Kelvin results in ether. So let's see how this will work out. So let's take one of the molecule, chloro. We have 2-chloroethanol. 2 moles of 2-chloroethanol have been given. We have taken one of the mole. Now, all of you know that on the hydroxy group, there will be 2 lone pairs. Now, since it is in presence of concentrated H2SO4, first step is protonation. So, protonation is happening here. So, as a result, what is the product uptake? So, CH2Cl, CH2O, H is already there. Now, another hydrogen, and as a result of which we will get a positive charge, protonated. The alcoholic group is getting protonated. So, this is protonation step. Protonation. Now, after protonation, what is happening? Protonation followed by now the nucleophilic attack. Nucleophilic attack of what? Of the already existing group. What is the existing group here for us? 1 more mole of the compound, that is the 2-chloroethanol. Okay. So, what are we going to take here? So, OH, CH2, CH2, Cl. Here it has the lone pair. So, this will attack the carbon adjacent to the OH group with the oxygen with a positive charge. Because it is positively charged oxygen, it will be highly unstable. It will try to get rid of the positive charge. So now it is losing H2O. And as a result, we get CH2. There is a chloro group. And here we have a nucleophilic substituted product. CH2Cl. Now, you can observe the second reagent which is given. The second reagent given is sodamide. Sodamide favors what? Dehydrohalogenation. It will be favoring dehydrohalogenation. So, it removes Hcl. As a result, now we can get divinyl groups. Both sides we will get divinyl. So, definitely, fourth answer or fourth option is the most feasible method of preparation of divinyl ether. Thank you.